My Lords, this bill is flawed on many counts. In attempting to show compassion to a few, it neglects due compassion to many thousands of others. It has created immense fear in vulnerable people that they're being seen as a problem by society, with consequent damage to their sense of self-worth. Much has been said about autonomy in this debate, about our right to take decisions about our life. But all too often it ignores the reality that what we do or omit to do affects others. This narrow view of autonomy is little more than an unhealthy obsession with self, considered one of the 5 deadly sins in Sikh scriptures. The reality is that all of us are part of a wider society. What we say or do affects others, and importantly, our attitudes and decisions are influenced by those around us. Relatives by what they say or what they omit to say, or simply by not being around, can affect the mood or even the will to live in the vulnerable. My Lords, the bill stipulates the need of a settled state of mind for those contemplating assisted suicide. A feeling of not being wanted or a burden on others can importantly tip the balance towards a settled state of mind of not wanting to live. The proposed legislation moves us even further from focusing on enhanced care and compassion for the vulnerable in society. Or worse, it can encourage uncaring or greedy relatives to persuade vulnerable people that their lives are not worth living. My Lords, all of us can at times feel what Shakespeare called the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune are too much for us. But it is also true that loving care and compassion can change our mood. And this is particularly true for the infirm and vulnerable. Daily reports of abuse of those who cannot care for themselves by members of the family or in care homes remind us how far we've moved as a society from our duty to help the vulnerable. Sikh teachings remind us that our own sense of well-being lies in devoting time to the well-being of others. It is a sentiment echoed by all major faiths. Near where I live, there's a new housing development with a large hoarding advertising the development with the words, assisted living. My Lords, the need of the hour is not to look at ways of helping people kill themselves in the name of compassion, but to make compassion and concern for the vulnerable central to the life of a civilized society.